And we'll enjoy another Irish ballad coming up later on in our show. It was a cold and tragic day which ushered in 2017 in Holyoke as families, children, and seniors were forced from their apartments into the cold on New Year's Day. They were the lucky ones as they escaped a deadly fire with their lives and nothing more. People, businesses, and charitable organizations throughout Western Massachusetts took action, and leading that effort was Providence Ministries, an agency which receives funds from the annual Catholic Appeal. And now 2 months later, the funds raised have been distributed to the families to help them start over. As Kathy Harrington reports, Providence Ministries has been with them since they watched their apartment building go up in flames.
Everything. We lost everything. We don't have nothing to get out.
Really?
Only us, our lives. But thank God, at least we're alive. My kids are okay. We okay.
Wilson and Marie Lopez are counting their blessings after escaping this deadly New Year's Day fire in Holyoke. 3 people died after fire destroyed a 5-story apartment building on Northeast Street. For the Lopez family, 2017 so far is about rebuilding their lives.
10-15 minutes, Yeah.
So you lost pretty much everything? Anything
lost
salvaged?
everything, no. We couldn't salvage nothing, Next day the building was torn down,
2 months after their lives went up in smoke, Lopez and his family are moving into a new residence, according to Brenda LaMagdalene, manager of Margaret's Pantry. Part of the Providence Ministries network, she was called to the fire scene on New Year's Day to aid the fire victims.
And I got a plea again about the clothes and the needs that they needed from the school being opened up.
We are the local entity that does provide the quick response to them. We're on the call list from the various departments in the city where there's a need for food as well as clothing for people that were displaced by the fire, and then subsequently helping out with the shelter aspect.
For this fire, the need was spread across the 49 people displaced. John Wesolowski is the executive director of Providence Ministries.
It was a big fire, and there was a good response from the community in regards to donations.
We can give them all clothes, food, small household items. The last fire we were able to get donated furniture that we were able to store at a location, so we were able to get them some furniture. Basically, our donors are phenomenal.
The outpouring of support from the community was considerable. Marcotte Ford, United Bank, People's Bank, and Bank of America are among the corporate sponsors. Renovations at Homewood Suites prompted much-needed furniture donations. But finding housing in the wake of this fire and others is making the task difficult. Betty Medina Lichtenstein from Enlace de Familias said affordable housing is hard to find.
But it's very difficult, right, when you don't have even a social security card, an ID, a birth certificate, to even prove who you are, because everything burned in that building. And that's really hard. So they've had to start from really ground zero to be able to start rebuilding their lives.
Medina Lichtenstein says displaced single elders have been rehoused. Many families are still waiting for permanent housing, and for the single families, no resources are available for them. So many are couch surfing.
I call at least every 3 days and ask them, where are you? So I could keep track of where they're at. So when things become available, I'm able to let them know.
As for the families with children, a special effort is being made to keep them in their schools.
The city has really worked with a lot of the families that had children in both fires, the one on Main Street and the one on a New Year's Day. So they gave transportation. I believe the majority of children are still in their same schools. As to how they're getting to back and forth, I believe it's both the parents and the city that's helping them.
Founded in the mid-'80s by the Sisters of Providence, Providence Ministries has been filling a daily need in the community. Margaret's Pantry services an average of 30 people a day. Kate's Kitchen may feed 80 to 130 people a day, depending on the time of the month.
It's not only for disasters. Providence Ministry is here for the day-to-day. Families struggle. Downtown, if you're living in downtown for the most part, you're struggling. You're trying to get from either paycheck to paycheck, or when your food stamps arrive, and we always know that doesn't support a family for the full month. So Providence Ministries is key. None of us would survive if it wasn't that we could do the referral.
The Diocese of Springfield recognizes that need. Providence Ministries is in part supported by the annual Catholic Appeal.
We're very grateful for anyone who contributes to the Catholic Appeals and for Bishop Brzezinski sharing those donations with us.
La Magdalene also credits the help from Catholics throughout the diocese.
Well, we have a lot of church support from a lot of different areas. This is the very first time in a very long time there was such a huge fire. So St. Mary's in Long Meadow stepped right up and they did a huge donation. All the other Catholic church, our regular parishioners that come to us all the time always donate. Blessed Sacrament in Holyoke is phenomenal. We have some great support from the Catholic organizations.
The helping hand is welcomed with gratitude from the Lopez family.
And they're good people here, they help us for everything.
They're going to help you get back on your feet with
Oh yeah,
supply.
yeah. I really think so. I really think about that. Like people like them helping us. Especially that we lost everything now, and at least there's a lot of people. The community is helping us. Churches like this are helping us a lot with food, clothing.
It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job is what it is.
For Real to Real, I'm Kathy Harrington.
A shortage of affordable housing has made the relocation of the fire victims difficult. Those who have been placed are using the GoFundMe money to pay deposit, first and last month's rent on their new apartments. And Providence Ministries is just one of the causes funded by the annual Catholic Appeal of the Diocese of Springfield. The 2017 campaign is underway, and countless neighbors right here in Western Massachusetts depend on your generosity to the annual Catholic Appeal. So make your donation right now online at diospringfield.org, and we thank you in advance.